still has it, right wing circle, center top of the circles, it goes off the post, and it's cleared off the goal line by the Rail Yard Dawgs. And it's CJ Valerian with a heroic play to keep this a one-goal game. Far side, one-time shot tipped, Roanoke made the save, cleared off the goal line by Valerian, unbelievable! Roanoke will have to touch up, Roman looking back for Jansen, and Calvaruso booted it, Valerian scores! Ford able to win it back, Valerian shot, he scores! CJ Valerian gives Roanoke the lead with 34.2 to go in the third. It's 4-3 Roanoke over Knoxville. Back to DeCarlo, his shot, just blocker to the back wall by Perrone, it's a great save, then jamming on it, it's Valerian, he scores!
We're here with Rail Yard Dawgs defenseman, number 27, CJ Valerian. CJ, you guys knew you had a target on your back entering this year as the defending champions, but you guys still have a really good regular season. You set franchise records with that third place finish, 33 wins, 74 points. You've now been here for 3 straight semifinals trips with these guys, and you all came really close to making it 3 straight trips to the final. Now that you've had some time to kind of decompress from that Huntsville series, what are your takeaways overall on the season that was for you guys?
Overall in the season, starting on just the regular season, the guys, we had the goal in mind again to keep the cup. So goal didn't change throughout the whole season. It was the same as last year and the year before. And then we did set some records, but obviously that wasn't, the goal was to win the cup again. Heading into the Huntsville series, we had a tough quad series, which I think that we showed that we knew we could get it done in the semifinals. And then after that game 1, we had our backs against the wall again. Came out to play in the second game, and what we've been doing all year, getting it done in the third period. It was just one of the few times we couldn't get it done. So we all definitely feel like we came up short, and we all believed all the way through the third game, even directly after. And it still almost felt like I still believed, but that's how the season goes sometimes. It's a great thing about hockey and the terrible thing. So,
yeah, you faced some tough adversity behind the scenes this year. You missed over 40 games with that early season injury, but I want to know, what was your experience like just as a teammate, as a guy in this room when you weren't on the ice for that long stretch of time, and what was your approach to try to continue to contribute to this team even if you weren't on the ice with them?
Yeah, I mean, you got to try to contribute however you can. I want to bring value to the team. It's part of the job. You want to bring value, and if you can do it on the ice, that's the best way to do it. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to contribute on the ice. So I was trying to come to the rink every single day and do things the exact same way. I wasn't, I was coming at the exact same time that I would if I was suiting up and stretching and getting ready to go on the ice. Trying to help however I can with some of the newer defensemen as well. Just contribute however I can, whether it's going through film or watching practice and seeing tendencies and trying to help guys one-on-one, because you got a lot of high character guys in this locker room who all want to get better. And it makes it real easy to collaborate with them when especially our D-corps, we all want to be the best that we can, and we're super tight between us defensemen. So I was trying to help however I could, and a couple times behind the bench. So sometimes that's what the team needed. Whatever the team needs, I'm willing to step up to do that job.
You had that a long span of time where you're rehabbing, you're trying to get back out on the ice, and then you get that first game back against Fayetteville. You score in that game after 5 months out of the lineup, and then down the stretch in the President's Cup playoffs, you end up with 5 assists for this team. How special was it for you to come back and produce and again kind of prove it to everybody around the league that CJ Valerian is a dog to be reckoned with?
I mean, every time I step on the ice at the Berglund Center, it's like a dream come true. Fans are incredible, and especially being away for so long, it made it that much more special. Just being away from it and getting the energy and response that I did from the crowd was incredible, and to be lucky enough to get one in the back of the net and continue to produce throughout playoffs. It was great. Want to contribute however I can, and it happened to be on the stat sheet a couple times.
You've played now for 3 seasons with Matt O'Day along the blue line, and now for 2 years each with Steven Alvo and Brendan Pepe. Even without a letter on your chest at this point, your leadership and personality, I feel like, goes such a long way both on the ice and off the ice across the team. But especially now that you're one of those veterans along the blue line, now that you've been in a lot of those big games and spent so much time here with these guys, what's been kind of your key, you think, for your continued growth, not only as a player but as a leader ever since joining the Dogs back there late on in that 2021-2022 season?
I just try contributing however I can, and if it is as a leader, I just try to bring it every single day and compete. I think my best way of leading is through my competition, whether it's practice or the game, especially practice. There come some days during the season where we're on the ice 6 days a week, and on game days I think it goes unnoticed. We're here 4 hours in the morning, and we get here at 4 o'clock before games, and sometimes don't leave till 11 o'clock. I mean, it's 10-hour days on game days. So those Monday, Tuesday practices, sometimes mentally you can feel a little bit drained. I try to bring leadership through mental strength and showing guys and on the ice, hey, we got more mentally, and we can bring more physically too. So that's how I try to lead, and we got a good group of D and throughout the whole team. But you mentioned the defenseman Alvo, Pepe, O'Day. They all bring that Dogs mentality and can show everyone on the ice, in the locker room, what it means to be a Dog.
You all had a really great year this year, even though I know you guys didn't reach that end goal to run it back again this season. But I think it goes to show it's not easy in any league to repeat, much less it would have been your 3rd straight trip to the President's Cup final. How do you think the experience this year, whether it's through the regular season or through this President's Cup playoff run, can translate into some more continued success for the Dogs once you head into the 24-25 season next fall?
I feel like the last 2 seasons before this season, the expectation was always the President's Cup, but I don't know if you believe that you can do it, but until it actually happens, it just completely changes your mindset. And even though we came up short this year, I think that the mindset of we are champions really got instilled in the locker room, even with the guys who weren't a part of the campaigns where we went to the finals. I think that mindset was instilled in a lot of our newer players, which will bring into the next season trying to win the President's Cup again.
Now that this season is wrapped up to a close, I know you'll have a couple more days here before you head home. What's on the docket this summer for CJ Valerian? What are you getting into now that the off-season's kind of rolling in?
Well, I mean, I had 5 months off during the season pretty much where I wasn't able to do a whole lot. So I'm super eager to get back after it, start getting on the ice and training right away. So it'll be a little bit different of an off-season for me, as I played pretty much 10 games after the first 5, so I finished the year playing 10 games. It felt like I was just getting started. So probably get after it early, go down to Florida, train at Matterhorn in Estero, and get ready for next season. That's summer for me. Get ready for next year.
I always like to leave it open-ended for you guys. Is there kind of anything else that you want to say, whether it's the fans, friends and family, anyone else that could be watching this video today?
Yeah, I want to thank all the fans, all the supporters, the whole Dogs organization with helping me through the adversity I went through this year physically, and giving me all the tools I needed to be able to come back and contribute and be a part of our run this year.
Well, Val, thank you for your time, man. Best of luck to you this summer. We hope to see you back next year.
Thanks, Mitch.